What is intralipotherapy and why should I know about this technique? Intralipotherapy is a technique developed in Italy in 2003 by Professor Pasquale Motolese to deliver fat-dissolving injectables in a way that is much more efficient and safe, and therefore to achieve much better results with this technique, particularly with a brand that you're probably very familiar with called Aqualix. Hello, my name is Arturo Almeida. I'm a global expert in the field of fat-dissolving treatments, but I'm also an educator, a mentor, and a coach in the business of aesthetics. And I have been helping hundreds of professionals like yourself to grow their practices, to increase the return and the turnover of their clinics, and to become the best version of themselves. And if this is something that resonates with you, at the end of this video, I will share with you the way to contact me, but also I'm going to give you something completely free just for you as my way to say thank you for watching this video to the end. So don't miss out the very end of this video. Now let's get started. When we use fat-dissolving treatments, the aim is to treat and dissolve the pockets of fat located under the skin, also known as subcutaneous fat, depicted in this slide. Most fat-dissolving agents will use a multi-injection mesotherapy-like technique where, by using normally small needle, most likely a 30 gauge 13 millimeter needle, we're gonna inject the product multiple times, hoping that this will reach the subcutaneous fat. But the reality is that we're gonna reach only the surface of the subcutaneous fat. But the principle behind mesotherapy is that the product that is being injected will diffuse around the injection point and therefore will be capable to reach other areas. But as you can clearly see here, the maximum diameter of this diffusion will be around 2 centimeters, and by doing so we're going to miss most of the thickness of this fat pocket, and it's going to take us a number of sessions, sometimes up to 10 sessions, to achieve results, to go all the way down to the bottom of this fat pocket. And this is not an efficient way to deliver fat dissolving treatments. So if instead we use the intralipotherapy technique, we will use only 2 opposite injection points, and the product will be delivered in a fan-shaped retrograde technique. And I know, if you have been practicing aesthetics for a long time, that this is a technique that you're very familiar with, because a lot of dermal filler injection techniques are done by using this fan-shaped retrograde injection. Okay, so nothing really changes so far. As I said, 2 opposite injection points, so we will do the same from the other side. But this is where the magic happens. We will be using long needles, which I'm going to show you in the next slide, and the key point here is to keep changing the angle that you use to aim the needle with, okay? And by doing so, as you can clearly see in this diagram, we will be effectively reaching all the depth and the thickness of this subcutaneous fat pocket. And therefore, in each one of the sessions that we deliver the product, as I said, it's mainly for Aqualix, we will be efficiently delivering the product, reaching the full thickness of the fat pocket, which changes everything. We no longer rely on the potential diffusion of the product. We no longer rely on being effective or rely on the patient doing the changes on their lifestyles, which we know that sometimes that doesn't happen. But instead, we rely on the way the product is delivered. These are the needles that should be used for this intralipotherapy technique. These are needles originally manufactured by Marlow Biomedical, an Italian company. These are called lipo-inject needles, and they're served as two different lengths. One is 24 gauge, 100 millimeter long, and the short one, which is still long, is a 25 gauge, 70 millimeter long needle. Lipo-inject needles that you can purchase in all the 71 countries where this company is present currently. Now, let's say that we are to treat the lower abdomen. Okay, that's fine. The lower abdomen is the area that is marked here, located below the belly button or the umbilicus. So in this area, we will place a marking on the right side, and we will mark the left side of this lower abdomen as depicted here. In each one of these sides, right and left, we will put two opposite injection points as shown here. Two injection points on the right side, two injection points on the left side. And from these injection points, the treatment will be delivered. Okay, as is shown here. But bearing in mind what I just said to you about changing the angles with which you are aiming your needle to reach the full thickness of the fat pocket. This is critical. So let's get deeper into this. Let's pretend that this is the right side of the lower abdomen. We're going to be injecting one, and then when we pull the needle out is when we deliver the product. So again, back in, and in a very smooth, constant and linear manner, we will deliver the product again. We go back in, and then in the retrograde, when we pull in the needle, we deliver the product. It's important to understand that this is a simultaneous maneuver, meaning that at the same time that we are pulling the needle out, we deliver the product. It's something like if we're creating lines or fine threads within this pass. And this is the key point. It's a linear injection, and what is not is injection or small boluses of product. Because when you do so, possibly you may get in trouble, and very likely you will end up with one of the most commonly seen side effects of Fadis-over injections, which are inflammatory nodules. Okay, we will repeat the operation on the opposite side here. Okay, and this is how we deliver our Fadis-over injectable using the intralipotherapy technique. In those areas where, like for instance, the double chin, we only use one injection point, which for the double chin is located 1 finger breadth below the menton, then the technique is slightly different because number one, we just use one injection point, midline underneath the menton, 1 finger breadth below the menton, the chin, and then from there you deliver your treatment. Second, you choose one side to start with. Let's say this side. So you insert the needle in, and when you pull back, you deliver your product. Same thing as I explained before. Then you reach the midline here, and then you carry on to the other side. In, out, product delivered, in, product delivered. And when you reach the other end, the other side of this submental area, you complete your treatment. Don't do as so many people does and go back just in case you missed one area, because if you do so, you will deliver more product than you should, and very likely you will end up with an inflammatory nodule, and this, my friend, will ruin the patient experience. And as I explain in all my courses, is about the experience that we give to the patient, because remember, they will have to come back to you for subsequent sessions to achieve their desired results. So I hope that this video has helped you to fully understand the technique of intralipotherapy. I hope that you have found this video really useful, and as I promised, you can contact me anytime at this email address. In fact, you're going to be receiving some emails from me, so make sure that you add this email address, support@arturoalmeida.com, to your trusted contact list, so you will not miss any of my emails. And the reason why you don't want to miss my emails is because my gift, my present, will be delivered to you via email. And my gift is a 15-minute free session with me via Zoom, where you can ask me questions, or we can have a beautiful conversation to explore how we can perhaps work together, or how I can help you in anything that you may be struggling with. So again, I was confused with the hands. support@arturoalmeida.com. Just keep your eyes peeled for the emails that you'll be receiving from me. And with that, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. And please, if you found this helpful, again, email me and I'll be delighted to hear from you.